static can be modified and constant cannot be modified. Okay, next. Now the question is, how many copies of read-only will be there? How many copies of the flag will be there? 2 copies, not 1 copy, 2 copies. Why? Where did you initialize it? Inside the constructor only? Where did you initialize? Inside the constructor only or not? If you initialize inside the constructor, every time the constructor is called, it will be initialized. I call the constructor 2 times and 2 times it is initialized, and the values are also different here. True and false are the 2 different values you have. The values are not same. Watch the picture. Now, the behavior of a read-only variable, the behavior of a read-only field, will be similar to the behavior of a non-static field. I repeat, the behavior of a read-only field will be similar to the behavior of a non-static field. Are you clear? Will be similar to a behavior of a non-static field. It is going to be similar to the behavior of a non-static field actually. Understood everyone? So it is similar to the behavior of a non-static field actually. It is similar to the behavior of a non-static field actually. Means initializes when the instance is created, and maintains a separate copy for each instance. Then what is the difference between non-static and read-only? Non-static can be modified, read-only cannot be modified. Non-static can be modified and read-only cannot be modified. See there, s1.flag plus s2.flag. s1.flag and s2.flag. Okay. Now you see, observe it. When I run that, we have 2 separate flag values. One is true and one is false. And if you watch this code now, here, I'm writing s1.x is equals to 500. Any error? No. I can modify that. But see, s1.flag is equals to false. Is an error. Why error? Read-only fields cannot be modified. Okay. Now let me clarify all the things. Read-only field. Like a constant, read-only fields also cannot be modified. Then the doubt arises is, then what is the difference between constant and read-only? Constant cannot be modified after declaration. Read-only cannot be modified after initialization. Constant cannot be modified after declaration. Read-only cannot be modified after initialization. The best way to understand this, I'll tell you. You want to travel in a train. Do you require to take a ticket first? Yes or not? You're required to take a ticket first. So to get into the train, you're required to take a ticket first. After taking the ticket only, you can enter into the train. After taking the ticket only, you can enter into the train. Are you clearer or not? Is it clear now? After taking the ticket only, you can enter into the train. So that is the first point, what all of you should remember. You're required to take the ticket first, and then only you can enter into the train now. Now tell me, after the ticket is issued, can you modify? Once the ticket is issued, can you modify? No. Now come to a bus. Come to a bus. To travel in a bus, you don't require to take a ticket first. You can get in the bus and also take a ticket, right? So you got into the bus, and taken ticket. After taking the ticket, can you modify? So in both the two cases, one thing is very common, guys. What is that common? Cannot be modified. Cannot be modified. But what is the difference? Train is telling you, take the ticket and come in. Bus is telling you, come in, take the ticket. But end of the day, both are not modified. Did you guys understand me? First one will tell, take a ticket and come in, cannot be modified. Second one will tell, come in and take a ticket. But here also cannot be modified. First you can get in and afterward. So constant is like a train ticket and read only is like a bus ticket. See, declaration time only initialize. Here initialize. Afterwards, sorry, declare. Afterwards, initialize. Cannot be modified. Okay. And another difference what we have is constant is a fixed value for the whole class. Constant is a fixed value for the whole class. Did you understand the point or not? Constant is a fixed value for the whole class. Then what about read only? Read only is a fixed value. Read only is a fixed value specific to the instance. Read only is a fixed value specific to the instance. It is going to be a fixed value specific to the instance. What is that? Watch it here. For the whole class, pi is one copy only. But for the whole class, flag is one copy. Huh? For the whole class, is flag one copy? It is a fixed, see, pi is a fixed value for the class, but flag is a fixed value for the instance, not for the class. Did you get my point or not? Pi is a fixed value for the whole class. Flag is a fixed value to that instance only. If you have 100 instances, 100 instances will have a copy of flag now. Okay, that is the difference what we have. Guys, read about read-only fields. Come on, all of you, read-only field. Read it. Okay, guys. So this is all the code, and finally, this is the declaration how it will be. And read this, guys. Read this. Read from the note. Read all the points. All of you clear? So this is all about how the things just going to. So these are about all the things now. The next thing is about, see guys, the next one is non-static methods versus static methods. The next thing is non-static methods versus static methods. So what are non-static methods and what are static methods? Okay. So what are non-static methods and what are static methods? See guys, by default, every method is non-static only. By default, every method is non-static only. If a method is explicitly declared by using a static keyword, then it is a static method. Did you understand? By default, every method is non-static only. If you declare a method explicitly by using a static keyword, that's a static method. Otherwise, every method is by default a non-static method. I hope you are clear. Okay. So every method is going to by default non-static only. Every method is going to be by default non-static only. If you explicitly declare the method by using a static modifier, then that particular method is static. Otherwise, everything is default non-static. Now, all of you carefully observe this. Let me add a class here. We'll name the class as methods.cs. Methods.cs. Okay, now I'm adding a class here, naming the class as methods.cs. Now in this class, I'm going to declare one int x is equals to 200. Static y is equals to 100. Here there's a call methods are test methods. Just a minute here. Okay, add a class with the name called test methods. Now in a file, we already know now multiple classes can be defined. I'm writing another class here called methods, class methods. Declare two fields here. Okay. Now here guys, watch. I want to write a method, public void add and public static void sub. Now guys, tell me the first method is a, come on guys, the first method is a non-static and second method is static. Okay, now all of you have two fields, sir. One is non-static and one is static field. One is non-static and one is static field. Now tell me, inside of the add method, can I directly write console.writeLine x plus y? Inside of this add method, can I directly write console.writeLine x plus y? Let's see. Okay, let us see. You're telling no. What error will be coming for us? We'll see x plus y. So directly I'm writing x plus y. Let us compile the code and just verify what is the error. Just a minute. Static void main.
Smiley state.
Console.readline. Okay, let's compile the code and see the error. So I'm writing x plus y run. You guys said no, but I did not get any error. You're telling no, but I did not get any error. Did you understand? It will lose static nature. What is my question and what are you talking here? My question is, can I write console.writeLine x plus y? That's all. Okay, guys, now answer me. In this method, can I say console.writeLine x minus y now? So now I'm trying console.writeLine x minus y. Error coming, guys, now. Now, when I use the x minus y, x is giving an error. X is giving an error. Okay? Now, all of you, carefully listen. while defining methods, um, in a class, we need to keep one important point in mind. While defining methods in class, we need to keep one important point in mind. One important point in mind. What is that? What is the important point in mind? Uh, that is, that is, what are the important point in mind means? What is that? If if our methods are non-static, and if we want to consume any static members inside of the method, we can directly consume without any restriction. If our methods are non-static, and if we wanted to consume any static members of the class inside of the method, we can directly consume them without any restriction. Whereas if our methods are static, and if we want to consume any non-static members of the class inside of the method, we can consume them only by creating the instance of class. What is that? Guys, understand what I'm telling you. The method is static or non-static. Add method is static or non-static. Non-static. In this method, if I want to consume any static members, I can directly consume. See, y is static now. I can directly consume. Did you understand my point? X can be consumed, but y also can be directly consumed. Okay. Now the method is static or non-static. Sub is static or non-static. Static. And inside of it, if I want to consume non-static members, okay. So if I want to consume any non-static members, I can consume them only with the help of class instance. Means methods obj is equals to new methods. Create a instance, and then you're required to call it as obj.x. That is the only point we require to understand with the methods. Read this description. Now, yeah, one point will be confusing us a little bit. What is that, Sir, sometimes you're directly calling, sometimes you're creating an instance and calling, sometimes you use this keyword in calling. Really, it is going to be confusing, sir. Are you guys there? Really, it will be a confusion. Sometimes you are directly calling off, sometimes you are calling by using this keyword, sometimes you are using an instance. When should I use what? This will be confusing us a lot. Okay, let me clarify. Consuming members of a class from the same class. Consuming members of a class from the same class. Okay, guys, have to wait. I have a static member and want to consume it from a static block. I have a static member and I want to consume it from a static block. Okay, then direct access. Direct access? Yes, it is direct access only. Watch it. Watch it. It's a static block now. Sub is a static block. And why is a static member? Why is it directly used here? See? Why is it directly used here? See that? Why is it directly used? That only I said you, direct access. Wow. Then I have a static member and I want to access it from a non-static block. I want to access it from a non-static block. Now also direct access. Now also it is going to be direct access here. Now also it is going to be a direct access. You see, a non-static, I have a static member. See, why is static? And I want to access to non-static block. Okay. See, add is non-static, a direct access only. Are you clear? Static to static also direct access only. Static to non-static also direct access only. Okay, fine. Next. I have a non-static member and I want to access it from a non-static block. Here also direct access only. Non-static to non-static also direct access only, guys. See, X is non-static, add is non-static. Directly you accessed. Then where is the restriction, sir? Where the confusion is? There's no confusion. You are feeling confusion. We don't have any confusion. The only restriction is I have a non-static member and I want to consume it from a static block. I want to consume it from a static block. Okay, remember, can be accessed only by using instance of class. That's all, guys. That's all. See here, X is non-static, right? Sub is static. So non-static, I want to access from static. Then instance is required. Then what about this keyword? Array, this keyword, when did I use here? When there's a naming collision, I used this keyword. Otherwise, why do I use this keyword? I don't use this keyword always. This keyword comes into picture only when there is a naming collision. If there is no naming collision, this keyword is not used anywhere. Did you get me, guys? Read this also. Read this also. Consuming members of a class from other classes. When you want to consume from other classes, non-static use class name, static use non-static use instance, static use class name. That's all. Now see, do you have examples for all the four now here? Array, do you have examples for all the four right now here or not? Okay, now? Now come on. Now come to here. I will show you here also. Non-static. How do you call? Using class instance. Static. How do you call? Class name. Understood? Huh? Watch. I'm in another class now. I am in another class now. I want to call the add method. I want to call the add method. So what I'm doing, see? Obj dot, sorry guys, not test methods, methods. Obj dot add. Okay. And sub is a static method. How to call? Methods dot sub. Methods dot sub. Run and see. Got it? Understood all of you? Okay, now? Read, guys. Non-static methods versus static methods. Read it, all of you. Okay, so that is about static and non-static methods. Now the third one, what we require to understand right now is non-static constructors and static constructors. Non-static constructors and static constructors. Now listen. The class I named it as constructors. Okay. Now, what constructors are static and what constructors are non-static?